I don't think it's a good thing to be recording while your tongue is burnt, but I need to record. So until a few years ago, they stayed with this room. Every family confident were very familiar with it. Come on, speed the text up. I clicked the button. This room, just like a room at a hotel, had a bedroom and a bathroom. So even though they were still shut in, it was far more comfortable than the parlor.
I guess it's true that that's one of the rooms I need a family. Maybe both everyone else certain gets in lock the doors.
Not if she needs something, no one could leave the parlor throwing her weight around. I'm sure no one will be able to talk her back. That person, she's always so dependent, and now that Nissan's dead, she's in such high spirit that she's taking charge. She's the house shame, which can she be?
Oh, come now, don't say that. Now, she's done doing pretty well. No need to jump on her like that. Yeah, but don't see there, you went too far there.
Come on! If I said it there, that would mean you're going to say it.
Eva, sulking cutely. Ooh. She tried to seduce Hiroshi, and looking at the television, sat alongside Hiroshi, who was lying on the bed.
Bow chicka bow wow.
And then the sweet music plays for no reason.
Still, it's been a very long time since we've been alone like this.
You're right. When I think about it, both you and I have gotten older. Since George was born, everybody's gone in by the blink of an eye.
It really has gone by the blink of an eye. I wonder if we were too hasty and having a child.
Eva's eye looked like they were straying off into the distance. Yes, she had thought that it was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Her older brother Kraus had been unable to have a child for quite some time. 6 years passed after her marriage to Natsushi without any signs of pregnancy, which didn't please Kinzo at all. Eva herself had thought that since when she married, her name would be moved outside the Ushimiya register anyway. It didn't matter whether the successor to the head was born or not. Stupid hair, stop getting in the headset. And then one day, she had a heavenly revelation, or maybe it was a whispering of the devil that she had heard in her greed. Why couldn't she remain Ushimiya register by giving birth to a successor first? If things went well, could she inherit Ushimiya family herself? When she proposed this to Hiroshi, he had approved of it instantly. This had not been because Hiroshi had also had greedy thoughts. For Hiroshi, who had no close relatives, it would change for him to once more feel the long forgotten thing called family. So when they got married, he had not fussed over which last name they were to keep, and had quickly agreed to have his name entered to Ushimiya family register. Aw, poor Hiroshi, his whole family dead. It had been easy to persuade Kinzo, but as his daughter Eva knew Kinzo's personality well. So by choosing a time when Kinzo would most dissatisfy with Natsushi, she was magnificently able to make him accept Hiroshi as a son-in-law. Looking at Hiroshi, he had achieved success that was starting from nothing, because he might have seen a little bit of himself. He quickly grew to like Hiroshi and been able to transfer in Ushimiya family register. George would immediately become successor to Ushimiya family. They had raised him strictly with that purpose in mind. George had been worth their while, and they had grown to a fabulous young man who didn't disappoint no matter where he went. That's why he had not been permitted to fall in love with a certain like Shannon. Come on, you guys are such mean people. So when she had learned that Shannon was dead and the engagement invalid, while part of her had been shocked at a gruesome crime, part of her had been relieved that her recruit George. Eva, I want to say you're like one of the cool characters, but then you're like, oh, she's dead, yay, party! Oh, sorry, George. No. Shannon.
I have hated Kraus Nissan since long ago. He was so full of those always swaggering around.
Cause he got that yellow swag, you know what I say?
So proud that we one day become the head. So I wanted to get back at him. Well, that's just a childish emotion. But in the end, that emotion guided my entire life. If that had been all, then it would have been fine. Because of that emotion, I got you and George involved. I used you.
You don't blame yourself for that.
Hiroshi got up and held Eva's shoulder. She could feel a warm understanding from him.
Well, I reached the halfway point in my life long ago. But you know, I've absolutely no regrets about how I lived my life. Not one. I think that since I've been with you, Eve, I've never felt least enjoyable life that others I never will. After I lost my relatives in the war, you taught me once more what the one for family is.
Oh, these two. See, they seem like the only happy, the actual non-dysfunctional family. Batler's parents, well, they're dead, but they were kind of messed up. Kraus and Natsushi, yeah. And then Rosa didn't even have a wife. I mean, husband. Maybe she did have a wife. We never know. Maybe they'll explain it. I don't know.
Some games in my family think about my own family. And that's why I felt well with you. Not a single thing has been wasted. It's really been a fun life up today.
Thank you, dear.
Eva hung her head, burying herself in the Hiroshi's chest.
I wouldn't have buried my head in your chest. Can we switch this up?
Probably no one in the park could imagine that this side of Eva existed.
I don't know why I'm still thanking you. Until today, I've been a single dad. I'm glad being with you.
Me too. I'm so glad to have you by my side. Bow chicka bow wow.
Drew's already a fine adult. Even though I look up for him, he's a man who can have his own job on as well. I wonder, do you want to spend some time in the Maldives? Just us, no one else.
No way. Aren't you always saying that you're too busy responding to New Year's Eve card they don't get sleep?
No, that's just New Year's. I won't read New Year's cards. I'll just stay quiet and check to see if I win the Year's lottery. It should be nice if we won a color TV this year.
No way. I only checked the lottery in the Maldives.
Then knows that easy. How's it sound? Just the two of us, taking our time. The contribution that we had a new land, just before George was born.
Yes, in that case, fine.
The models are wonderful. And I went nuts on it, surrounded by beautiful Colorado cars guarded by the water.
The contribution when we were newlyweds, you say, starting when?
As soon as I finish some business. I won't know until I ask the travel agency, probably for New Year's roll.
No way, right now.
What?
I want to go right now.
Oh my! Eva nagged at his lip, passively, or maybe I'm gonna say seductively. The only sound that filled the room were distant voices of the announcer on the news when he or she had left on, and the obnoxious pounding of the rain against the window.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Okay, get it on, I swear. Still frickin'. It's always gonna be raining for the rest of the freaking game. It's on Twitter, by the way. They did say the typhoon is not gonna end until tomorrow. There was a knock on the door and Jinji-san entered.
Madam, dinner has been prepared. Will you eat in here again?
Yes, bring it here. Is Dr. Naruto in the kitchen?
Yes. He said he wished to carefully deliberate over his next move. Do not worry, he's with the other servants.
Jinji-san's good enough at chess to be Grandpa's opponent. I hear he's even better than Dr. Nanjo, right?
That's right. Long ago he played against him, but he must have let me win.
Maria, sounds like it'll be time to eat soon. Boogie, you've been watching TV all day long and you still haven't gotten bored.
Ew, I've been watching TV the whole time, so I'm fine. Ew.
Maria-chan sure is a TV kid.
Food's coming, so we have to clean up the table. Just now, we had torn several pages of Maria's notes out, and there was a mess where everyone had been drawing together. Jessica began cleaning that up quickly. Still, everyone here sure can draw. Really shocked. Why, you didn't say Jessica could draw? I was like, I'm gonna draw this. Oh, I can't draw it. I'm trying to draw some boobs. Gingy, ask Eva-san and Hiroshi-san whether they could at least have dinner with us. Although they will probably turn it down.
Certainly.
So Eva-san followed after father. After we all together, everyone in the Schmidt family down at the table. Now she felt her headache start throbbing and lightly hold her temples.
Gingy.
The distance from the kitchen to the parlor wasn't that large, so Gingy had gone and come back by himself, but the guest room was a little farther away. Though she had warned him unnecessarily not to be alone. Just now, Nanjo, who had also admonished him, saying that it would be better if he had a little more concern for his safety. Kanon accompanied Gingy, and two of them went to visit Eva and Hiroshi in their guest room. Furniture. Ginny knocked on the door.
Eva-sama, Hiroshi-sama, dinner's been prepared.
He waited for a short while for them to come out, but there was no response. Gingy-sama, look at this. What is it? Ginny Kanon pointed under the door. Ah, crap. What should an envelope and inserted under it? Normally, when something is inserted this way, it would be interpreted as a message from someone outside someone in the room. Since it might have been a private note meant for Eva and Hiroshi, it was not something that Kanon and Gingy were supposed to take entrance in, but this Western-style envelope was Kinzo's envelope, the same as the one that Maria had taken out last night and surprised everyone with. Oh shit, boy.
There can be no mistake. It is the master's envelope.
Or could it be? Even though it was Kinzo's envelope, the answer to the letter Maria had read along last night had not been Kinzo. Ginji continued knocking a little harder and called out in a loud voice.
Eva-sama, Eva-sama, it is Ginji. Are you there? Please answer, Eva-sama.
There was no response from inside. Sometime when servants went to call some guests for a meal, the guests would be sleeping so deep that they couldn't wake up. In time like that, servants would stick a letter in the door to show it that it was time to come out and leave the guests be. Despite that, Ginji beat even harder on the door and called out Eva's name. However, there was no answer. Kanon stuck his ear to the door and, holding his breath, listened for any sound coming from inside. Maybe there's some furniture sex. I hear something that sounds like the television, but I don't sense anyone because the force is not in me. The room might be empty. He took out a handkerchief and, careful not to touch it with his bare hands, Jimmy poured out the envelope which had been stuck under the door. It had been sealed with deep red sealing wax. Without doubt, the mark on that sealing wax had come from the Ushimiya family's head ring.
Eva-sama, Eva-sama, please answer.
Wait, why don't you answer to Hiroshi?
Oh wait, Hiroshi too. Are you still in your room?
Even so, there was no answer. There was a chance that two of them were aimlessly walking around the mansion. This was the home Eva had grown up in. There was plenty of reason to say that she had gone on a casual stroll. I wouldn't. Ginny groped around in his pocket and picked up a bundle of keys that could contain the key that would open the guest door. Ginji-sama. Ken also understood what this meant. They would sometimes unlock the door so they'd go in and do things that, like make the bed, but only after they had been sure the guest was out. To unlock the door for a separate room, especially to do so when there was a chance the guests were still in there, without her permission, when actually becoming of a servant. But Ginji had decided, if the only problem had been that his knock hadn't received a reply, he wouldn't have gone this far. But the envelope under the door was undoubtedly Kinzo's, or rather one of the Western Star envelopes that the Ushimiya family had. And after last night, the sender of this envelope could be someone other than Kinzo. If this letter had been sent by someone other than Kinzo.
Eva-sama, my apologies. Allow me to enter your room, please.
After giving that final note, Ginji stuck one of the keys from the bundle into the keyhole. There was sound of the door unlocking, and after slowly turning the knob, he started slowly opening the door.
Kingdom Heart. Oh, God damn.
A light seeped through the crack of the door. Were they in the room? Or had they forgotten to turn on the lights? Clank. The sound of the door being pulled tight. The chain had been secured. The chain couldn't be secured from the outside. That meant that they were in the room now. Now the voices on the TV seeped out of the room. The lights, the chain, the TV. Arnold saying made it clear they were in the room. But there was no sign of them. Ginny called the evil ones again through the crack of the door. There was no answer.
Oh, come on, guys. Stop doing that and just let me in.
Ginji-sama, what should we do? As part of their job, servants were unable to unlock almost any lock in the mansion. But they had no way to open a door with a chain. The only way to get by the chain was to cut it. That was certainly not permitted as a part of servants' usual work. A creepy chill had already rushed up their backs. Cannon held his breath again and tried to sense someone through the door. Even so, he was unable to sense anyone.
I will call Madam in return. Cannon, cut the chain like you cut yourself.
I don't do that anymore. It was one time, okay? Leave me alone.
Whatever.
Cannon, who was rushing away, hurried to get a cutting tool. God damn, he's not making fun of Cannon. Was called back by Ginji.
Wait, Cannon. Return to the kitchen and take Kumasal with you. You must not act alone.
Yes, certainly. It looked like Cannon was wondering why he had to do something so troublesome in the middle of an urgent situation, but Ginji had said it out of wariness. He didn't care what happened to himself. In the worst case scenario, he didn't want anything to happen to Cannon. Thank you for caring, Papa. Oh wait, no, you're not my dad. I'm an orphan. Need to remember that. In the kitchen, which Kumasal was piling food on the serving cart, and Nandu was eating a final move that would turn the table on Ginji, and had been waiting for his return, wanting to show him. But immediately realized that something was wrong with Ginji's appearance.
What happened, Ginji-san?
Dr. Nandu, my apologies. Please allow this match to be suspended one more time. Cannon, take care of the chain. Kumasal, stop setting up dinner for now and come be Cannon. I'll be go to Madam. If you would come with me, Dr. Nanjo.
Something had happened.
Genji took Nanjo, who still didn't know what was going on, and quickly left the kitchen. Kumasawa-san, my apologies, but please come with me.
What happened, Kennison?
Kumasawa had almost said almost exactly the same thing as Nanjo, and able to take in the situation, chase after Cannon, but thrown out into the hallway. Kumasawa accompanied Cannon, and they went to the storehouse. From amongst the tools packed in toolbox hanging on the walls, Cannon looked for a tool that could be used to cut the chain. Wait, is this the same storehouse as where the guys were murdered? Cause that's been awkward. Oh god. Shannon's blood's all over my shoe.
What are you looking for? I will help.
We're cutting a door chain.
How far are you gonna cut your arm?
Will you guys stop making fun of me like that?
A door chain? What I'm doing to her?
The chain to Iwa-sama and Hiroshi-sama's room. Even though they should be inside, when we called to them, they didn't answer. It took Kumasawa some time to figure out how cutting the chain and Eva and Hiroshi not answering were connected, but she did realize that this was an urgent situation. This will probably... Cannon took a very large wire cutter that had been hanging on the wall. It was called a cutter. Maybe it would be easier to understand if it was shaped like a larger pair of pliers. That was it, right? Yep. I got saying that brought back memories of a dangerous tool that you might have worn could easily cut through those of one of your fingers. Cannon tried it once. He didn't try it again. Cannon took that and rushed up to the stairs. He knew it instinctively. He should fight for every minute, every second to open it quickly. Or maybe already.
Wait, Cannon.
Hurry. God damn it, woman. Kumasawa eventually caught up with him, gasping for breath with both her hands on her knees. When Cannon changed his grip on the wire cutter and looked at the door, he uttered an ah, struck speechless. Oh gosh, what? Why is there blood on that door? What is this? Oh wait, what is it? Kumasawa screamed weakly, her face pale. There was no surprise, be it because right there on the door, just like the magic circle that had been drawn on the shutter of the Rose and Garden storehouse, there was another eerie shape drawn with a paint that looked like blood. However, it would oddly call this one a magic circle, because unlike what most people would think of a magic circle, it wasn't a circle with a shape drawn inside it, but a slightly more geometrical shape. But since in the gaps of the figure there was something written in a strange character that were not from the alphabet, it was doubly the same as the magic circle in the shutter. Feeling that Cannon struck Caesar was not how eerie the magic circle was. It was something that hadn't been there for a short while ago. He returned to the kitchen for a short while. He had then gone to the storehouse to grab a tool and headed right back. Put things together, it couldn't have been more than 5 minutes. How could someone add something this creepy during that period of time? And it is as though it had been drawn, almost like the door itself was bleeding. Several unsettling vertical red lines slowly dripping down, getting longer and longer.
Yeah.
Kumasawa's knee gave way and she sank down on the spot. If Kumasawa had done this further than Cannon sure would have wanted to. Beatrice Sama.
Yeah. It worked better somehow. Horrid, how horrid. Yeah.
Cannon gulped and raised the wire cutter and approached the door. Ooh, just as intense. He didn't want to get close to the stirring magic circle, but if he didn't get close, he couldn't cut the chain. Finding his cold feeling, he gulped again, and then gathering his courage, went even closer, putting the wire cutter up against the chain. He had impressed with all his strength, but cut through the chain far more easily than he had imagined. The cut chain fell into two separate parts, which continued to clang as they swayed back and forth. Now enter the doors when you see what's going on.
Jason, by your feet. Envelope, ain't that the master?
Looked like Kumasawa also knows the Western style envelope at the bottom of the door. And that seeming wax had been sealed with the head's ring. Cannon was lost for which first second over whether he should open the letter first or check inside the door. He eventually decided on fulfilling his original purpose. Cannon pulled hangers out of his pocket. This so he wouldn't leave fingerprints on the door. If Warfield had been realized, the police would want to investigate this room too. He slowly pushed the door open. He was able to hear the sound of television that had been seeping out slightly more clearly now. Eva-sama. Oh god, what's happening? Eva was faced on the bed. And the bed with her shoes still on? Kumasawa had fiercely entered after Cannon, also hiding behind his back, turning out a short he again when she saw Eva like that. Eva's shoe had been the first part of her that Cannon had seen, so at first he had a strange feeling since she was wearing shoes in bed. But when Eva's head shifted into the line of sight, Cannon couldn't help but give a short scream like Kumasawa. Eva's forehead, right in the middle. Something was set there, growing there. No, right instead of her forehead, an old-fashioned knife or something like that was sticking out. And here comes the creepy song. It's called Golden Slaughter, by the way. Oh God, this is I got goosebumps. As the base of where it was stuck in, blood dripped down, staining the sheets on the other side bright red. Kumasama gave once more and sank down on the floor. Her mouth kept flapping open and closed, but she couldn't even scream. Eva, with some kind of weapon sticking out of her forehead, was dead. Found on the bed of the guest house inside the mansion, with a weapon shooting an ice pick rammed into her forehead. The window and her door to the room were locked from the inside, and even the chain was set. There's no way for a human being to have her killed. Both her eyes wide open. The end of the person who had killed her must have been burned into them. The only mouth that could have been closed for eternity. Even though that forehead was the last piece that I wanted to look at, they couldn't tear their eyes from it. Right there, the weapon was stuck in Eva's forehead, stained almost perfectly upright. And on the handle was a complicated design that you couldn't expect to see on an ordinary weapon. That thing, to be summed up with the word occult, was a vulgar object with a design that might have been some demon. What about Hidoshi-sama? Hidoshi-sama? Eva on top of her bed, but the other bed was empty. Where's Hidoshi? After taking a backward glance at Kumasawa, still on her knees and stupefied, checked the bathroom just in case. At the moment he opened the door, he was greeted by steam and the sound of the shower. The bathroom was on the same familiar style as most hotel bathrooms. When taking a shower, a waterproof curtain was used to keep water from flowing out. Oh no, Hiroshi! That waterproof curtain was half open, and lying tumbled down in the bathroom with Hiroshi completely naked, both his eyes still open. And those eyes were pointing right at Cannon. Just like Eva, a weapon with a demon-like design was stuck to his forehead. This hell had been under a hot water shower the whole time. His face was half covered and filthy with blood like Eva had been. The sight of him being dead, while still taking a shower, was tragic enough. Okay, let's read about Hiroshi. I love this song, by the way. It's really good. Found in the bathroom of the same guest room that Eva was found in. Like Eva, there was a weapon resembling an ice pick rammed into his forehead. You can't see either of them by looking through the gap of the door while the chain is set. You can't see them, so you can't reach them. Hey, how could a human possibly kill them? Hee 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 hee. Just a Nachi's voice rang through the hall. She was probably coming from Shinji. Again with these scribbles. And what about this letter? What does it say inside?
I don't know, I haven't read it yet.
Well, we shouldn't touch a carrot since the culprit finger might be left on. We ain't over to the police. But they went all the way to leave it here. I'm sure they went up with fingerprints. And then she said that, she picked up the envelope. And before checking its contents, she entered the room herself when she found Eva dead. Oh my lord!
Madam,
Hiroshi-sama is here too. Oh my lord, this is truly atrocious.
Cannon, turn off the shower. Don't want to be any more pitiful than it needs to be.
Yes. Cannon gripped his handkerchief and twisted the valve, turning off the shower. In the bathtub, a small jar of Biso had fallen with its cap off. It really looked like he'd been attacked while taking a shower. There was still a small trace of blood clinging to the white bathtub. The combination of red and white made a horrible contrast. This is atrocious. Oh my lord.
Dr. Nanjo.
I understand. No signs of post-mortem lab duty. Rigor mortis hadn't begun either. What the fuck is rigor mortis? I'm gonna look it up later. We should probably assume that one mile past they died. It would even show how a weapon with such short hand would do that to a skull. I cannot imagine. Nano checked their pulses and their pupils, making certain their deaths once more. Heck, get shots not mean you're dead. I can't watch this business-like treatment, he thought. Couldn't you just tell by a glance that they're dead without doing all that? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Then I thought about removing the weapon. Deciding it would be better to preserve the scene and hand it over to the police, he left it alone. But he couldn't see the blade well at the base of the wound. Even more importantly, it wasn't shaped like a flat blade, but more conical. He noticed that rather than a knife, it looked more like a short-handled spear, something that was a shape better suited for thrusting than slicing. Rather than a short spear, some people might call it a thick ice pick. At any rate, the weapon's unsealing design made obvious that its real purpose was, and how its purpose was carried out. No further word would need to describe it. Natsushi, hoping to escape the repulsive steam filling the bathroom as she could, covered her mouth with a handkerchief and dashed out of the room. Just viewing their gruesome fight for an instant had been enough to burn the image into her eyes. If she looked any longer, that image would surely remain in her vision at all eternity. My lord, what's going on? The right earth of bomb with exactly the same feeling she had that morning at the gardening storehouse. For a while, Natsushi couldn't help but stand with her back facing the guest room, feeling like it's a sickness in her stomach. Anyway, we can't let George Kuhn see this room. Quick, close the room up.
Yes, it's everything we see. It's all bare and brutal day.
With breathlessly approaching footsteps with obviously George, even before he came flying into the room. George and the other children already been waiting in the parlor. Why they already got to do it? Oh, let's see what's going on. When they had seen Jinji call Natsushi out and noticed that her turned pale. Noticed her turned pale? Her face turned pale. I do that sometimes, so. And fly out the room. They had felt that there had been the bearer of bad news. When they saw a large group of people gathered around the guest house, they were sure of it. Oh God, George, don't see your parents dead. Please don't.
Father, mother.
Ah, what is this? Another magic circle? Even Obasa and Hiroshi Ojisan are safe, right? Hey, Kanekun, what's this all about? Battler-sama. Jesus Christ, Kanen, what's with that face? Battler-sama. Kanekun didn't have anything to say. George screamed after he ran to the door for everything he needed to know. Oh, crap. This is not good.
Who did this? I'll kill you, I'll kill you.
Hey, George-kun, hang in there. She touched George's shoulder with her hand, but he violently shook her off. George fell over Eva and buried his face in the bed in front of his mother's face, wailing. Then he pounded on the bed with his fist over and over again. George-san? Hang in there. Huh? Battler? Battler-sama. Battler had his back against the wall of the hallway, and without resistance, covering his eyes with his right hand and weeping. Horrible. That's horrible. He proposed to the girl they loved and watched her the next day. You know, same day when mom and dad were killed. Isn't that too harsh? Of course, all people are equally pitiable. Oh wait, but the Battler. Those overwhelmed by deaths of others were far more pitiable. Everyone here now lost someone close to them. George was the only one pitiable. However, George's pain was far greater than anyone else's. Battler? No, all people die sooner or later. If you're human, the day will eventually come when you fight to start losing someone close to you. But still, shouldn't that day be far in the future for anarchy? And shouldn't these deaths visit them one at a time? Horrible. That's too horrible. That bastard. Without the human compassion.
Ew, Battler, don't cry, don't cry.
Marie tried to comfort Battler in a mechanical sounding voice. Battler violently wiped away his tears. Ah. Damn it, I won't cry anymore. Tears of regret, tears of sadness, I won't shed them again. Ah, it's all useless. The witches backed me into a corner. I'm always on the defensive. And it's useless. It's all useless. I'll turn her chessboard over. That bad probably thing will be running scared like sheep until tomorrow. Not even trying anything, but guess what? I'll turn it over. That bastard can't save this island until tomorrow either. We won't tie in the way, pissing ourselves. That bastard will. I'll expose you, see? By tomorrow. No, I won't wait for tomorrow. Tonight. For tomorrow, I'll be gripping you by the collar. I just ruined that whole scene. I'm the bringer of ruining emotional scenes. Hey, I did pretty good though. I kind of read that fast. Whatever. You know, death. You always gotta cry.